Welcome, welcome. It's time for Ask LaDonna. So on this time, you get to ask me any questions that you want to ask me about your business. Are you stuck in something? Are you thinking about doing something, but you're not absolutely for sure? Whatever it is, we will spend the next 58 minutes or so talking about different things that you girls have an obstacle with, that maybe it stopped you in your tracks on your journey. Maybe you need to take some rocks out and put some concrete in. What? All right. So, Heather, is there anything that you have going on that you have a question about? Anything?
Funny you should ask. It's the fact that right now, because we're kind of dealing with the death of my father-in-law, and we haven't really started to embrace that. It doesn't feel like it really has happened yet because the celebration of life is next week. But how do you keep going daily when you have this looming thing that something's coming because you're just not connecting to one thing, but you still have to do your business and everything else? Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. And let me tell you what, everyone grieves in a different way, I believe. I'm not going to grieve the same way as Abby or Heather or Dar. We grieve in different ways and at different times. And depending on what is going on and who it is and you know what you're having to shuffle around. So Heather, I say this. I would try to do my business as usual, putting in time for you to spend maybe a little extra time with husband, if he allows you, because it's his dad, or your children, because that's their grandfather, whoever is needing a little extra hug, or cook them their favorite dessert, or meet them at the park, whatever it is, those little things, make sure you're still doing your mommy and wife duties. Does that make sense? Just carve out that time that you need to bake those cookies or to go have lunch with your son or daughter or a phone call. Put it on your calendar though. Call Sally today at 3 and check on her. Call my brother-in-law and make sure that everything's ready to go for the celebration of life. Make my husband special dinner tonight so that we can spend some extra time together. Maybe set a nice tablecloth on the table, or, you know, an extra glass of wine, watch his favorite movie. Because I have found that sometimes people, when they grieve, they don't want attention, they don't think, but they still need it. And, you know, like when my husband gets sick, for instance, he's the meanest guy, I think, on earth at that time. The only mean bone he has in him when he doesn't feel good. When his diabetes is flared up, I know it. I'm the most horrible person on earth. And everything in his life is horrible. So I know automatic, okay, you know, his foot hurts because the diabetes, because that's where it always attacks. So always give that, but carve the time out, put it on your calendar. Yes, thank you, Margaret. Thank you, relationship consultant to everyone. So unmute everyone, because we'll be going back and forth. Heather, tell me what you think about what I just said. What does that jive with you? Do you think it's a good idea?
I love that because you just get so wrapped up in, oh, I gotta pack and I have to make sure you do all of these other things that you're putting your business kind of aside, but yet you have to carve that time for the relationships because again, it is vital. So I
Yes,
love that.
yes, because once you stop following up or connecting, keeping those appointments, don't do your social media. The first thing people want to do is be negative. I'm sorry, it's just the way so many people are. Oh, she must be out of business. Haven't seen her today. Oh, I'm not important to her. She just put me to the side. It just is. So when I say carve out the time, put it on your calendar. I'm telling you, everything is on my calendar because if it's not, it doesn't exist. It just doesn't. My husband was laughing at me over the weekend. I started shaving because it gets so hot in Texas. I have a Saint Bernard. He has a lot of hair. I started shaving him down, but I didn't finish because my hands started hurting and he started rumbling around. So yesterday he said, "Why didn't you finish shaving him today?" I'm like, "It's not on my schedule. My schedule was booked." But I do have some time carved out later this evening to do that because, once I do that, I have to go shower and clean the living area wherever I'm at with him. So carve out the time, and it's committing yourself once you put it on the calendar. Now there's no more procrastination. You have committed to that time. Yes. Diabetic delight. Oh, that sounds good.
It is actually really good.
That
It's very
sounds really
palatable. And my A1C has dropped from the high teens to around 10, 9, somewhere around there.
wow.
We'll
Wow.
know this afternoon exactly how
Yeah.
much.
His is usually in the sevens, and for some they changed his meds. So this last time we went in, it was an 8 something, and that was very disappointing to him because he hasn't been that high in a very long time.
Was that the Ozempic they gave him?
He changed, let's see, he went to Monjero, which made him sick to, yes, I think it's Ozempic he's on now. But he said it was when they were changing it, when they did the blood work, so maybe it was between cycles. So we'll see next time we go in.
Be careful with that.
Yeah, because and it always attacks his foot, his left foot.
Mine too.
Yeah, because he has that Charcot's disease to go with it because of diabetes. So it always goes there. So, all right.
But you know
Thank
what?
you
I
for
have
the recipe.
one last thing. Sorry, one last thing on that topic. I'm having less issues with my left foot.
Oh, awesome. I love that. Love that.
3 months.
So,
Yep.
you came in a little late, but Margaret, asked LaDonna anything, and Heather started us off with about how to stay on track when you have things going on in your family, but how do you stay on track with your business? So that's why we were talking about carving out time to do both. It's always about pivoting. That word pivoting is crucial in anything you do, your personal or your business. Abby, what kind of questions do you have for me today or concerns?
Well, no concerns. Questions. I've been trying to think about that. I actually don't have any right now, right this minute.
Okay, so let
I'm
me
thinking,
ask you a couple of things. Is your
sure.
business growing as fast as you want? Do you need to pick up a few customers?
Yep.
Okay, so let's talk about that. So are you following up when you go to all these events? Are you following up right after the event with everyone that has attended the event, as making the ones that you haven't reached out to in a very long time first?
I haven't done that last part you just said, but I have been following up with people I haven't had one-on-ones with
Okay, okay.
because
Always
everybody,
start with those. Always start with new people, and then the oldest people that you haven't committed to in a long time or connected to in a long time. Because remember, Heather may not want my coaching today, but she might want my coaching next month or the next month. Or maybe Heather knows someone that's looking for a business coach. maybe someone's looking for a tech. And to give you a little, sometimes, Abby, I don't think you give yourself enough credit for everything you do. I think you need to expand on what Abby does, because for me, I'm just a normal person. I don't even care about the cookies unless it's an Oreo or chocolate chip or macadamia nut. Okay. Cookies are not something I want to deal with. All right. But you say you're a tech person. I know that. But truly, what is a tech person? What is a tech person? Normal people like me? What is that? Oh, she fixes computers. But you do so much more. You keep it running so that you don't have crashes and you don't have hackers. And if you do have hackers, you spend that extra moment like you did with me to figure out how can we prevent the hackers from messing up anything else. I mean, Abby, I was driving down the highway the other day and we were just going for a drive. We didn't know where we were going or what we were doing. We landed up at Nebraska Furniture and bought me a new desk. But we had no idea that's where we were going or doing, okay? But then I came up with that slogan for you on the way. And I thought that would be brilliant for Abby for a talk. The talk I gave you, what was it? I forgot. I wrote it down somewhere, but about protecting your assets. What was that topic you're going to speak on in August, Abby? Do you remember?
Oh,
I wrote it down somewhere, but I picked up the slogan for Abby, not for myself, but it was about tech because we had already finished fixing my computer and getting the wall and all of that back up. But I don't think, Abby, you give yourself enough credit to what you do and how you can help them. It's all about how you can help them. So maybe when you're introducing yourself, sometimes talk about hackers or how to, organize your folders, how to label and rename stuff. When I first started doing this with selling on the spot and trying to find all the downloads and the folders and the Zoom, my head was exploding because I'm like, what are we doing? What did I get myself into? I don't know all of this. And I had to learn it. And it would have been great at that time if I would have known that Abby could have helped me set up my Zoom. Did you guys know that she knows how to set up a Zoom meeting and do all the fantastic stuff? There's a lot of stuff out there that Zoom does that I had no idea how to set it up until I just had to do it. But if I would have known Abby knew how to do it, go, Abby, go.
Did you think of it?
I do have a light bulb of a question.
Yes.
The one thing I don't know out of Zoom is how to put that intro video in the waiting room.
Oh, I could send you the instructions. It's so easy. I will send you the instructions as soon as we're done. You create your own video and then you can connect it to your Zoom. Now you can't do it in the free Zoom. If you have free Zoom, you can't do it.
No,
But
I haven't paid.
Free Zoom. I'm going to tell you, I get so many great feedbacks about the waiting room. And for people that don't want to learn how to do it, I charge you $75 and we do it. With the $75 though, we keep changing it for you as often as you want, but it is something you can do very easily. As long as you can create your own video. Okay. With the $75, we create the video for you. That's why we charge for it. But I will send you the instruction as soon as we're done. And and I love it. Mine changes all the time. Right now, I'm guessing it talked about Ask LaDonna, right? And then it'll be changed to this afternoon, to what we're doing tomorrow, which is the, workspace, so we change it all the time because we want it to be interesting, and for people that continue to come back, there's something new on there. So yes. So Abby, I hope I've helped you somehow, some way, giving you some good ideas. But when you come on these platforms, maybe sometimes talk about, you always say you're flying in from tech heaven. That's great. I love that. But what are you going to do for me? Because if you just say to fix your computer, I just think you're fixing the computer. But how deep can you fix my computer? My Zoom, organize my folders, organize my pictures, do backups. Do I need an extra router? How do I stay safe? Stay away from hackers. I'm telling you, hackers are everywhere. I've been hearing a lot about it because people know that I was hacked last week. And let me tell you, when you get hacked from Facebook, they effing don't care. I'm sorry.
Nope.
They still have not
Right.
replied, and we send them a message every other day, and still no reply from Facebook. And it will be 2 weeks on Thursday. That is crazy.
Wow.
So then I had to recreate my Facebook. This is the bad thing about it. All my pictures, I think, are in the cloud. So that's a plus, because 5 years ago, they wouldn't have been in the cloud. But I think I have it set up where it automatically goes to cloud. But I have 5,000 friends, and I've had those 5,000 friends for years. And now I have like 100. Because it takes time. Facebook doesn't let you add them all the same time. Sometimes you have to go ask them to friend you. The blessing of it is did all 5,000 of those friends really reward me in any way or my business? No. So it was a time to clean up. I guess that's what the good Lord was saying. Clean up your Facebook, woman. You're a hot mess. I always try to find the goodness of it, right, Margaret?
Yeah, I agree.
Dar, what questions do you have for me today?
I'm hoping we can get a little bit of brainstorming. I love your idea about the bookmarks and adding one for free. I've been trying to figure out as an artist what I can give for free, because I just don't know. I can come up maybe with an idea for people to try at home and make a document of it and have that available for free. But
well, let me give you some ideas. You can give away a free bookmark. I mean, that wouldn't take
absolutely.
too long to do. I used to do those in a class. We did a bookmark for our math book one year that was like a
Corner book.
our math. I used to be a math teacher many years ago, and I had them do a bookmark for their math book, but it was like a oh my gosh. I can't think, not a tape measure, a ruler. It had all the dimensions of the ruler because we were learning about how to measure things. So the bookmark was like a ruler, and then we laminated it and put it, we used it for our math books. But that was really easy and simple to do. It would be fast, and it would help you upsell them once they got that free bookmark with the cards. Say they buy 5 cards, they get 1 bookmark free. Then when they get that bookmark, they're going, oh my gosh, the Sunday school class would love to have a bookmark for, our lesson planning stuff in the Bible. Or, the reader club. We would love to have, the book club. We would love to have bookmarks for that. People still do read real books. Not as much as they did 2 years ago, but they still do read books.
I have here in my hands a technique that is just so super easy and quick to do, and I can use a lot of scrap.
See,
and
awesome.
I can do things.
Yes, awesome.
This was made by my friend, and this one was also made by my friend.
Yes, you could do that.
And
That shouldn't take you
oh
too long
yeah,
to do. Perfect,
yeah,
perfect. And it's a way to
and
use your scraps, like you said. But one thing,
exactly.
Dar, I would like to say for you is you have to figure out when you can start taking more orders because you're offering, but you're still behind on some of your other orders.
Yeah.
So
Well,
always
yeah,
make sure I can get to you in August. I can get to you in September. I'm now taking Halloween cards because see, you still have several months before Halloween comes up.
yep,
So always structure your calendar again, chisel out the time in your calendar, mark it. Okay, I can't take any new orders until June 25th or July 1st or whatever it is. You know, this week I'm working on Connie's, this week I'm working on Sherry's, this week I'm working on LaDonna's, whatever. Chisel out the time in your calendar. Because if you say you're going to do 1 hour for each card, you know, it's going to take you for 6 cards, at least 6 hours to do it. So chisel out that
yeah,
time. If
yeah,
it takes you a week to do that, then you need to chisel out the whole week for Heather's 6 cards. You know, and then put when you're working on Heather's cards on that calendar. But don't let your calendar freak you out. If you overlap and it's going to freak you out, make sure you're not overlapping. You know, make sure you're giving yourself 15 minutes between each thing that's going on, or 30 minutes. I usually allow myself 30 minutes when I can. Number one, it's time for me to eat, rotate the laundry, the dishes, take the dogs out.
I feel your pain.
All of that. So I usually do 30 minutes. 15 is just not enough. And I need to move
Exactly.
my bones, you know? So
Mhm.
like today, I'm booked for like 2.5 hours straight, but I'm just gonna have to put myself on off the camera and go, you know, move my body a little bit because I just can't sit there for 2.5 hours straight.
Right.
No, but I can still hear what's going on while I go refill my water or whatever. But I do try after that, I'm giving myself an hour break. So
Right,
I
right.
can tend to what
As
I
far
need.
as making one card per hour is concerned, it really depends on the card and who it's for. Sometimes it can take me a half hour to make 2 cards, or it can take a whole day. And also depending on how my body's feeling, which is getting better and better as time goes forward. But
That's awesome. And you need to
yeah,
think, if you think a card's going to take you all day, I hope you're charging extra for that, because you have to get in your mind, I'm only charging this amount for this card. So, I mean, honestly, for your prices, you don't need to spend more than an hour on any card. And that's
yeah,
still not paying you enough. I mean, you got to
right.
think people at McDonald's make $20 an hour anymore.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you're
that
not,
was the mindset. That was the mindset I had when I was making ATCs. So depending on who it was for and what the theme was and how quickly it comes together in my mind to the paper,
yeah.
there's a lot of variations.
Right. But you need to, like I think we talked about it before,
Yeah, I
do a
agree.
timer and put it on a timer. And that card should not take you more than an hour.
I
Because
agree.
even then, you're still not paying yourself enough.
Right.
Because right now you're charging what, $12 a card? Isn't that it?
I think it's still $9 a card.
Okay. So $9 a card, if it takes you an hour. Now let's take away at least, let's just say $1, but I probably more than that for the supplies. You're only paying yourself $8 an hour. That's not even minimum wage.
No.
So you really
Right.
need start now of making sure you're staying within an hour for every card. And then you need to get where you're only spending 45 minutes for each card. Then you need to get it where you're only spending 30 minutes for each card. Because if you can do it for 2 cards an hour, Now you're paying yourself around $16 an hour. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Um,
your
okay,
time is,
yeah,
I
yeah.
think, of essence right now, is getting that time down. I really do. I think that's probably your biggest challenge. And I hear you. It's hard. When I was doing the blankets, I would like, okay, I'm only charging them. People would call me and say, well, can you do a baby bedding for less than $349? I'm like, no, I cannot. $349 and I supply all the materials. That's very
Yeah.
inexpensive.
I
I was
had
making two to 250, and I spent hours doing the sheets, the bumper pads, all of that. And the time was of essence.
yeah, I had a customer actually say to me, can't you do it any less for any less than $750?
Oh,
And I'm like, absolutely not.
and some customers would tell me, well, Walmart sells a bedding set for $49. I'm like, well, you need to run on down to Walmart and see if they had the Dallas Cowboys bedding for you for $49.
Right?
And they can't.
No,
They can't. That's the thing. You can go to Walmart for
absolutely not.
$49 and get a baby bedding, but you're not going to get the Dallas Cowboys. You know, you're not going to get the Rangers. You're not going to get those themes that you're wanting at Walmart.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
so, you know, and if they say that, I'm so sorry, maybe you should go to Walmart and see what they have. Remember, you do something that most people don't do. So don't let them take your pride away.
Right.
But your
And
essence
we
is your
actually,
time. Time is essence for you.
yeah.
Do
And
you
we
have
actually
a,
had
do you
to
have
tell
a
them,
timer? Do you know how to do a timer on the laptop or phone?
oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. Set that timer for
Um,
1 hour when you start.
right. The other thing is too many distractions, but anyway, I don't want to take up everybody's time. But that one customer I was talking about, we actually had to tell her, you're getting it for $750. That is the deal,
Exactly. That is
right?
my final offer. Don't discount yourself. Do not
No,
discount yourself. Mm-mm.
good lesson.
And the distractions, when you're there, when you're working on cards and you say, I'm going to work on cards from 11 to noon today, do not answer your phone unless it's Abby. Do not go over here and see what's going on Facebook or LinkedIn. That hour is for making that card for Heather, period, unless
Right.
Abby needs you. And if you connect,
Cool.
if you can connect, and you can connect your calendar to Abby's, she'll know you're making cards and she won't disturb you unless she really needs you.
Right.
You know, I keep telling my husband, I'm going to send you my calendar. I don't want your calendar, he says. It's a mess because he doesn't do that, you know? So, yes. Tamara, you said pivot coaching. That's where you left us out at. So
Yes.
I know that you asked me about changing the name of your business. So tell everyone
Yes.
what the name of your business is right now.
Right now, the name of my business is Just For You Life Brigade, life coaching for restarting you.
Okay.
And I think that that's too big.
Okay.
So I think I should to lower it to go smaller. Well, pivoting also goes into think about the right face and the left face and all that, and about face when you're in the military. So that was my pivoting. And also I'm going to change my my logo is going to be a rising phoenix so that it's going to match with the pivot, right? So you're rising and turning at the same time. And then also when I have to explain it, it's going to be it's like the cha-cha slide for your plans. If you hit a wall, you turn around and do it you do it again. And I got to come up, it's better. I said it better
So what would be
yesterday.
the new name that you're thinking about?
Pivot coaching.
Okay,
It's gonna
so
be
I'm
Pivot.
gonna ask you this. Could you not use part of the name you have now into Pivot Coaching so you're not losing the whole name? This is my concern. When you change your name of your business, not an add-on, but completely changing, what you're telling people is you were in business for however long you've been in business, 6 months, you gave up and you closed your business and now you're restarting. Now, people are crazy. They always want to think negative. Well, she didn't make it. So I always tell people when they want to change their name, maybe keep a little bit of your name. That way, it just looks like you're growing and you're growing in a different direction, but you haven't closed. Abby?
That's, I agree with you. That's.
You're mute.
No, I can't hear you. You're not on mute, but you're staticky.
Oh, what's
There you
this?
go. There you
That's
go.
better.
That's better.
Okay. Look at my business. It was techassist.ca.
Mhm.
And I actually did start the Computer Angel. I'm now realizing that was a mistake. But I now incorporated, I'm flying in, I am your computer angel or whatever like that in Tech Assist.
Right.
So I made a mistake before, and that was I went from a wisetutor.ca to techassist.ca, but it was years of Wise Tutor, and then I switched to Tech Assist because it wasn't happening. And the little extra to this is that COVID hit, and I lost the business. The business died, so I reevaluated my business and structured it to do online everything, networking online, everything online. Now you're already doing everything online, but the point being is, I did the structuring online instead of
Mm.
looking at local. So you might have to look at something a little bit different, still online. But then the next thing I did is add my comments about being the computer angel on my Tech Assist, so people aren't thinking I gave up and went to something else.
Exactly. Because people,
Well, that's what I,
so I would keep part, I suggest keep a little bit, even if it's one word, restart again.
well, that's what I was gonna do is add for the tagline. You know how you go, my company name is Pivot Coaching, restarting you. Does that make
I
sense?
like that, but I think maybe think about restarting you pivot coaching. Restarting you with pivot coaching. Something
I
like
can do
that.
that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And when you said your logo, you said you're going to change your logo. I would leave that rose in your logo, your new logo, because people will say, "Oh, that's Tamra." Because some people won't even read the name, but the logo is there. I would,
Okay.
even though you add to it, Tamra, I would keep that rose somewhere.
Okay. Yeah.
You said a phoenix, so maybe you have the rose coming out of the phoenix mouth, or
I think that's a good idea.
the
Yeah, that's
paw,
what I need to
the
do.
paw.
Yes, yes. I'll go back into Canva today and
Just
add that.
ideas. It's your business. I've just been in business so long, and I've seen so many people do what you're thinking on doing, and
Yeah.
it's just not you have to
See,
make it where,
I
oh
think
my
the
gosh, her
reason,
business is
the-
growing. She's changing it a little bit,
yes,
but you didn't go out of business. Once you change
no,
everything,
and
you went out of business.
okay, I got you. I understand that. Like I said, I'm just trying to rebrand everything because I think the life coaching just for you, you know, the just for you life brigade, life coaching for restarting you, that's a big name. That's a lot to get. And I think that if somebody would, you know, instead of doing that and saying, oh, that's pivot coaching, that's a little easier. Does that make sense?
Yes. And if you
So
just
that's
add that restart you with pivot coaching, see the restart you is still in there,
yeah.
just like you had before. So they know it's you. And if you'll keep that rose somewhere in that new
Yep.
logo.
I think I'm gonna put it, when you said that, I figured out what I'm gonna do, because the Phoenix Rising is going up. So what I'm gonna do is put that rose right the side of it, and like on it, like right in the middle of it, so that it's right there, and the head of the rose is on the other side of that Phoenix. So
Perfect.
then that way it's still there.
Yes, I think that
No.
would be a great idea.
Yeah.
And just remember, I want you to get it in your mindset that this makes you hungry. This is in
Yes.
your heart. This is
Yes.
what God has called you to do.
Yes.
I don't want you to think, oh, I'm not happy with the way my business was before, so if I change the name, it's going to be completely different. Well,
No.
it's completely different when Tamra makes it completely different.
Yes. And that's what I want to do, is because it's just like I said, I just want it to be something that catches. I think that people think I'm boring because of my name, because of the name and no, I want something that says, oh, she's not she's really doing better. So
Yes.
that's what I want.
Yes. So I think we've given you some great opinions about keeping part of
Yes.
your logo and part of your name.
Yes.
That blue in there somewhere as well, because that's what they know you of, is the blue color and the rose.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah. The blues are not ever going to go away. And the reason I choose the blue is because blue is for loyalty.
yes. Yeah.
And my biggest thing is loyalty. You can be whatever. I want you to be loyal to me. That's all I want.
Yes.
And
you have to really, really like feel it. Like,
yes.
I feel my business every
Right.
time I get to talk to you girls like this. I'm feeling the love coming out of my heart and giving it to you.
That's what I was talking about that was one of my takeaways from the WPN thing this weekend, was to really feel it.
Yes.
And to be, because like one of the girls, like they were like saying, Nancy Matthews said, what are you really passionate about?
Yes.
Well, I'm really passionate about helping women get over all that nastiness and all that negativity. That's what I'm really passionate about. And it makes me mad when people get that way.
Yes.
Is that not right, Abby? Did I not? I think I said that right.
It sounds
Abby
like
was
something
there.
that Nancy would say. I wasn't there, but I can hear Nancy saying something like that. Absolutely.
Yeah, because she was like, what makes you
feel it? It has to be
Yes.
camera authentic. You have to want it
Yes.
so badly that you're going to make sure you follow your calendar, you stay on track,
Right.
you show up for yourself, you show up
Yes.
for them. It's all about them, but if you're not taking care of you, you can't give to others. You can't.
Right.
You have nothing to give if you're not taking care of yourself. Put on that
Gotcha.
oxygen max, then put it on the one next to you, because if you run out of air, how are you going to help someone else?
Right.
Same thing. You have to feel it, love it, take it all in. And for me right now, I think this is what God needs me to do, wants me to do right now, this minute. I don't know about tomorrow, but right now, that's the way I feel. It's helping other women know that they can conquer anything that they set out to conquer. It may not be exactly the way you vision it, but you can conquer it. Absolutely.
That's what I was sitting in the WPN thing, and I was like, man, I'm mad about life. I'm mad about this. I do get mad. I get mad when I hear this negativity, like, I hate to say it, but like when my granddaughter says something negative about herself, it makes me so mad. And her friends do the same thing. I'm so stupid. No, you're not stupid, and quit saying that.
But
And
you
then
know
they,
what? When you say that, especially being teenagers, what I would like for you to do is try this. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry you feel that way. Because that tells them that you resonate with them. Oh my gosh,
right,
I'm so sorry you feel that way. Wow, when they say, oh, I don't like my hair today, for instance, because a lot of women
right,
get up and we're like, oh, we got a bad hair day today. Oh my goodness, Tamara, I'm so sorry you feel that way, but I love your curls, or I love
right.
the color of your hair, and I love how straight it is.
Yeah.
But it
I
has
had a
to be
friend,
love. If you have to love whatever you say because
yeah,
how you say it.
one of my
Oh my
friends that I
God.
know, I
Oh
was
my
gonna
goodness.
cut my, I was gonna cut my bangs, and some friend, I won't mention no names, right, Abby? And she said, "Don't cut your bangs. They're so pretty." I was
See?
like, okay.
Yes. So, but say it with the, oh my gosh, Tamara, I'm so sorry you feel like you need to cut your bangs, but I love your hair the way it looks.
Yes,
I love the color of
yes,
your hair. And it wraps around your glasses beautifully. See how it
yes,
went up and down and out and in with that talk? Did you feel
yes,
it? Did anyone feel
yes,
that? Because I really meant
yes,
it. You have to be authentic about it. If your hair was purple, I couldn't say that. I love the color of your hair. You don't
right,
love that color, but I think it's weird when I see purple hair.
yeah,
But that doesn't mean they don't look great in it because some people really
right,
can pull it off. But there are
right,
Purple is
like,
actually,
I love the way your bangs wrap around your face with your glasses, something like that.
yeah,
But you have to be on.
purple
right.
is actually becoming a very popular color for hair out here in Canada
Yeah.
anyway.
It is
It
red,
is here
like that
too.
bright orange, red color, and the purple is green. Green's another
Yeah,
bright green's another one
yeah,
I've seen.
yes.
I don't
I don't like
understand it,
it.
but I've had a daughter with the bright red hair before, not the orangey red, but the bright red. I'm like, but I really love your color of your hair, but I didn't say that to her. Abby,
Why not do your hair blue?
That's a
Because your
good idea.
colors are blue.
I have thought about doing a pink streak in my hair because my colors are pink.
That's
There
a
you
good
go.
idea.
And
I'll
but
just
not the
do
whole
one
hair, just
color.
like a little streak. And my husband said, but how are you going to feel when you're out with your girls? Oh, my girls won't care. But how about the grandbabies? They'll be sitting there going, oh my gosh, mama.
I know, right?
Oh my gosh, mama. That's what they all do. Oh my gosh, mama. Even the 5-year-old now because he watches the older boys. So
Yes.
yeah. So Margaret, before you were frozen, I was asking you, what questions do you have today?
Thank you so much for sharing in the ideas that you've kind of come up. One of the one that I've really taken, it's following up, following up after an event and everything. I do follow up as much as I can, but I should do a lot more often, even if I'm not following up for whatever it is, but just to check on you, to say hi, how you doing? That's everything, that kind of thing that
Okay.
I took away straight away because I'm not doing enough of that whatsoever. I also love what you said as well, what you're hungry about, you
Yeah.
know. And for me, when I started all of this journey back in December with Dr. Rogers, one of the things I say to her when we first started, I said to her, I'm really hungry, and I said, I'm not hungry for food, but I'm hungry to make this, whatever that I'm deciding to do, to become a reality. I don't really have a question per se because kind of just finished my Father Talk show, which was celebrating fathers. That went incredibly well, absolutely beautiful. And yeah, I got so many feedbacks from the fathers themselves that came and spoke. So for me at the moment, I'm just working on the other kings and queens in the conversation. So yeah, who would like to speak on my platform? That's it. That's my question.
You know, I'm always there for you. You just let me know what time, how much, where to be. And I'll be there, because that's what I do, is I support everyone that I can, when I can,
Mhm.
how I can.
Mhm.
And I love to speak. I love to speak virtually
Yeah.
and in person. So,
Mhm.
yeah.
Well, yeah, so, sorry, just a quick one. So yeah, definitely. But what I'm gonna do, I'll book a calendar chat with you, because there was some stuff that we talked about, and I've already put it, and that's, I think, to do with the charity. So I've already put something in place on that, but I'll book an appointment for that. But for me, yeah, that's it. Just but I'll definitely reach out with you guys, because I've got an exciting platform that's coming, which is Kings and Queens in a Business Conversation. But I'm going to launch it out on the 13th of July. That's just all men. I'm passionate about men, because we go on to events, you probably see one man, So what I want to do is change the format, that you can see men, you can see women having in a conversation. So
Absolutely.
that's what I'm working on,
There's
and
a
that's what
very
I'm pushing
powerful
forward.
man. I don't know if you've ever connected with him before. His name is Eric. Have
Mhm.
you connected with Eric?
Okay.
I'm trying to remember his name. I'll send you his name. I'll get you two in a conversation. He is a beautiful guy inside and out. And yeah, because he's a pretty powerful speaker and has a lot of knowledge and knows a lot of people. Do you guys know who I'm talking about with Eric?
Eric Worre?
No, I don't think so. I'll just send it to you. I'm not for sure.
Yeah, that's the only Eric I know.
And you know what?
Yeah,
Maybe it's not Eric. Maybe I'm just thinking it is, but I'll find him.
yeah.
And I've got a couple of other guys I think would be excellent on your platform. They're speakers. They have a community. Yeah.
That'd be
So
fantastic. For me, that's the help that I need, because that's what God's really laid in my heart, to work with men. So if you see all my flyers, please just click in and go and have a look if you see. Yeah. So for me, that's where I am currently, and any help like that. But it's almost bringing guys and men and ladies and coming to
absolutely.
speak in
The other
business.
one is
Yeah.
Robert Butwin. He would be an excellent one.
Mhm.
The brain freeze. What is the one, Dar, you invited? Martin. You're
Mhm.
Dar. What is his name? Martin what?
Marty Green, Martin Green.
He would be great for you.
Yes. He has a you
I was
really think is like the bomb. This is like the best thing. Yeah.
So he's very, very knowledgeable, and he's a great man to know.
That's why he's called
Every
Marty.
time I talk to him, I
Marty.
learn something.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be brilliant. If any, just point me in the right. If I have their full name, I can kind of contact them on Facebook. But again, if I get the connection from any one of you, introduction, it makes it even more
I
easier.
will do
So
the
for me, yeah,
introduction
that's
with you with all these guys that I really think that would be awesome for you. Because my platform has turned into all women. So I'm going to leave it all women. We're a women group, we're a women membership, because that's what we really attract. And I'm kind of like you. It's like God's saying, make the community where women can be women.
Yeah.
Without being worried or scared, or they can talk more about delicate things. So so I'm glad that you reached out, because now my mind is spinning about men. That would be awesome for your platform, Margaret.
It'll be fantastic. Right? That's the help that I need. That's the help and the connection that I need, because I want to grow the platform. That's where I'm passionate. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
But I'll book an appointment, LaDonna.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I look forward to it. The other thing, we only have a few more minutes, and I forgot to take a picture when Heather was here. So,
No.
yeah. Did anyone else get a picture when Heather was here? I missed it. So I would like, you did get a picture with Heather? Can you put it?
Yeah, I'll post them up.
Okay, perfect. Perfect.
Well
Thank
done,
you.
Okay.
Margaret.
So
Yeah.
the other thing, August 10th is my next all-day workshop. But I have another workshop coming up that's already been on social media. That every one of you and everyone, period, will benefit from. It's a 4-part series. You're going to get a certificate of completion with each one because it is thoroughly a learning workshop class per se. So that's coming up. But on August 10th, I'm still looking for a couple of speakers. I was down to only needing one more speaker, but then one dropped. So I need 2 more speakers. I'm looking for on August 10th to speak about business building. It starts at $99 for 7 minutes, and then it goes up to $150 and $200, depending on how many minutes you want to speak. It's all about the fourth quarter. Margaret.
Oh, you can put me down for the 7 minutes one.
Okay, perfect. I will
Yeah,
do
the
it.
7 minutes one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Am
So
I
put me for the
speaking
7
on that
minutes.
one?
Do what?
And
I said, am I speaking on that one?
Yes, yes. You said you wanted the 7 minutes and you're on the banner.
Okay, yeah, I gotta remember that one because I gotta put what I'm gonna speak about.
Yes, and remember, all about business building. We want to build people's businesses for the fourth quarter. And the reason I put this together is that I want people to know, even if you haven't made your goals, it's not too late. Or maybe you're having a challenge with your tech issues. Abby is speaking, so she's probably going to pick us, something with tech. Abby.
Yes, I put it in the chat. We had talked about hackers suck, protect your assets.
That's right. That's it. That's
And
the slogan I came up with. Yes.
I've already sent you my 2 versions. I have a short version, a long version. I have to time it for 7 minutes.
Perfect. Perfect. I will look at those. Yes. Now, don't you think that that's going to catch attention? Hackers suck. Protect your assets. It's
I
going to
love
get
it.
attention.
I love the title.
And
I
I
Yeah, the
love
saw
title is
that
great.
going down the highway. And my husband's
Yeah.
like, why are you thinking? I said, but because I just got off the phone with Abby yesterday, or this was on Father's Day. We were, hackers all week and the Facebook thing, and my computer was all messed up. So, and I was thinking, man, hackers really suck. And then I come up with the rest of it. But it's going to catch
Oh,
attention. And every business needs someone to reach out to, no matter what is going on with their phones, their computers, their WhatsApp, their Zoom. I feel like I'm not the only one that don't know and don't want to know. I just want it to work. Dar?
I just want to say one thing. LaDonna, your thank you cards are locked in, by the way,
Yes, please.
for
Yes.
August.
Yes.
I'll be caught up. I'll be well caught up by then.
Yes. And I want them mailed like the day after.
Yep.
We're done.
You got it.
Perfect.
Done deal.
All right, ladies. Please go to your social media, tell everyone where you've been at. There is a membership group now on LinkedIn and a new one on Facebook. If you have not joined, please go join. They're only letting us ask 5 a day because remember, I'm new to Facebook, they think. So I can only invite
5 a day?
5 to the membership group per day. So, and there's 40-ish of us. So it's like every day it's a few, but you can go and ask to join it all you want, and we can accept as many that way. So please go on Facebook if you haven't already joined the new group and join, and also on LinkedIn. I didn't even know we could do it on LinkedIn, and I found out when Facebook went down that we could. So those are great places for you to advertise what you're doing. Put in all of your things. And ladies, you're not utilizing the newsletter enough. Margaret, send me a banner, send me the dates of your next event so I can put it in the newsletter. Same thing with you, Tamara. Whatever's
Okay.
going on, Dar, Abby, your classes. I don't have anything yet to put on your Wednesday class. If you could come up with something so I can get that added to the newsletter. I have your Thursday class on there, but not your Wednesday class. So look what I've done for the Thursday and see if you can come up with something for your Wednesday class. Because that's on there every week. It goes out to my entire email list, not just the members. Okay. And I'm always looking for recipes and articles. Yes, Dar.
Is the Powerhouse replay available yet?
We're almost there. We're almost
Okay.
there. It
There
takes
was-
about 3 hours to go through that replay because
Wow.
we take out a lot of stuff that, may
Yeah,
not be
yeah.
important.
Don't take out the best part.
No. We take out, if someone cursed or if
Wait.
I
we're doing a lot of ums or, something like that we take out. That's it.
You got-
love that. I love that so much. It really helps me, and I need it for future times when I need it.
Absolutely. And you know what? I think we're going to do more stuff like that. I really enjoy doing it. So, okay, remember tomorrow we're having our workspace and I'll get the invite out for that a little bit later today. Enjoy the rest of your day. Please go post on social media what you loved about today, where you were at, why it's important to become a member.
Where's that photo, Margaret?
Okay.
Are you
Let me
posting
see
it
if
in the meeting? In the group?
yeah, I'm gonna post it. As soon as we finish here, I'll be posting it
Okay,
on.
and we can grab it off of her Facebook.
Yeah, we'll look for it. We'll look
Okay.
for it.
Yeah.
All right, love you all.
All right,
Okay, love
bye-bye.
you all. Thank
Bye
you.
for
Bye
now.
bye. Bye bye for now.
The chat saved, Dar.